Good evening. Welcome to Man Gaming. We are going to play some post-scriptum. Well, at least we'll be adminning on post-scriptum. Be able to see lots of weird and wonderful scenarios play out. It is pretty awesome. Right, so the server we're looking at is this one. It is full right now. It's jam-packed. There's bound to be lots and lots of action. Right, so if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to pop them in the chat box. Let's get going. So if you don't know PostScriptum well, this is a very critical stage where if you touch anything or try and move away from PostScriptum, Alt tab or click anything else, it basically crashes. So whenever it's loading in PostScriptum, don't touch. Just wait, be patient. And if you have a single screen, it's even harder. You can't actually get out of it. You actually have to restart your whole system. Or there's a workaround where you go to shutdown and then it'll say there's programs. Do you want to close them? Do you want to wait or close them or whatever? And you can close PostScriptum that way. But if you didn't know that, you actually would have to restart your system, because if you do your task manager, it actually pops up behind the game and you can't actually close it. Such a pain in the ass. Anyway, so best is not to touch something, or to keep your task manager. If you've got two screens, dual screens, pop your task manager, open it first before you load the game, pop it on the other screen. And that way, if it crashes, you can just kill it there. Yay, here we go. We are in. No, 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 no. Come on. Yes. Okay. That was close. Alright, let's have a look and see who we got here. Right, we've got a couple of REDis here forming a squad. We've got Corporal Maverick, who's really experienced. By the way, if the music's too loud, if you could just let me know as well. So we've got a few REDis members. Most in this squad. We've got one over here. So these guys will be performing really well. Very experienced squad lead. Alright, and we've got a platoon commander as well, which is absolutely awesome. Let's see how the other squad's going. Right, then we've got Lance Corporal Odin from the REDis as well. Then we've got a whole crew from 25 PZG, wherever they are. And again, they will be performing really well with communications and things like that, I'm pretty sure. You've got another platoon commander. So it looks like it's going to be a very, very interesting match. We're sort of halfway in. I've come in halfway into the match. So there's been lots of action already, as you can see. First Airborne is smashing it by the looks of things. From the map anyway, if you look at the tickets. 256 versus 276. So they're not actually winning the match yet. Wehrmacht is winning it. So the Germans are still in the lead according to the tickets. Right, so based on the game type, I think I'm going to play... Not play, as in you have to choose an admin slot. So I think I'm going to be on the first Airborne side. Right, so let me create a squad first. And that's if anyone has any admin questions or need help from admin. Sometimes you've got griefers that actually join and spawn camping, stuff like that. So if anybody needs any help, that's where I come in. So I create a squad and hopefully nobody joins that squad. Well, if they join. Hopefully they join with a good question and I can help them. I don't really need to care about that. Okay, so let me spawn in close to the action. Let's go fly. Right, so my first priority is to make sure that this match runs smoothly. There's no cheating, or not cheating, unfair gameplay, really. So I'll be looking to see whether there's spawn camping going on. Sometimes you get assholes that actually go into the commander's position and then bomb their own people, which is not nice. Alright, so let's have a look. I think that's a radio call right there. Let's have a look, see where am I. Alright. There's a fighting going on here. Looks like Bong Wizard is moving up on Kurt. Kurt doesn't realize that. Oh, sorry, Kurt's dead. So looks like Bong Wizard got him. Ooh, close combat. Bong Wizard is victorious again.
Enemy tank marked is
Alright, let's get closer to the action. Were they capping? Let me enable the overlays so you can see actually where the caps are. So this is the area that needs to be defended and attacked. Okay, just checking 34 players, 35 players. Yep, it's pretty balanced, pretty good. No issues there. Is that somebody? Yep. We've got some ordnance coming in. So somebody's doing some mortars. I'm not sure where that'll be coming from. Let's see if Tom Will is the mortar guy. Probably not. Because he's shooting. Okay, we've got some armor. Making it really hard for these guys to move up. Definitely gonna need to flank this guy. If you try and attack from the front, tank's just gonna annihilate you. Okay, so if you heard the comms there, one of the squad leads updated his squad to let them know that there's no assets yet, or it could have potentially been the commander. Yeah, it was actually the commander that let the squad leads know there's no assets available yet, meaning no gun runs, no bombings, strafing runs, those type of thing. Alright, so far pretty straightforward. These guys have definitely got the overhand here. spread out in the town. On cap. Let's use this one. Okay, so somebody's marked it here where the tank was. So when the assets become available, that's where they'll go and do a run or drop a bomb. Okay, I'm just gonna hang around here for a sec, just make sure there's no spawn camping going on here. Pretty confident it's not happening, but just to be safe. Where was that set up? I think it was over here. It was actually right here. Yep, they were taken out. Okay. Alright, let's get over a look and see what's happening here with this tank. The tank's taking a lot of damage. It's almost on its last legs. Guys have done really well. We've got some rubber banding going on here. Let's just see. Is my ping really high? 296, yeah, that is pretty high. Let me see if I can quickly fix that. I'll leave you with a good perspective at least while I try and sort that out.
Fresh tank mark is accurate. Cheers. .32. That artillery mark to the south of the objective is the enemy MSP. Roger, I see. You gonna deal with it? Sorry, we got taken out. Okay, stand by.
Okay. Back.
Okay, ordnance in on that artillery marker.
Right, let's have a look. What's going on? The tanks moved up over here. They found the MSB. So obviously killed the MSB. Destroyed it, I mean. Tomwell is lucky, it's not been spotted. So it's Tomwell and 80. 80 is anti-tank. Where is Tomwell? There. No, he's not. Here we go. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so the LT from the 1st Cavalry probably was a better shot. Ooh. Tank war. Yep. 2 tanks. There we go.
Sorry, Commander, we didn't realise it'd be arty.
2 first airborne tanks against 1 German. So that tank is moving away. It looks like... Oh, did you see that ricochet? That was beautiful. There we go. Spot on. So yeah, if you want to take out a tank and you're in a tank, like it's a tank on tank, you need to try and aim for the front, as in the lower front portion. Not the actual, I don't even know what you call this, the top component with the gun turret. The turret, there we go. If you aim at the turret, most of the times it'll just bounce off. You need to try and hit it square on lower. That was a good kill. Alright. Look at the ammo going off. This is awesome.
I'm looking for him, Lodgy. I can't see him. Is he still active?
How's my ping now? Still not great, actually.
Down there on MSP for you guys.
Just give me a sec. I still want to get that lower. It'll be a better experience for you. Okay. Alright, let's have a look and see. Should be much better now. Okay, so we've got the first airborne moving in from this side. Looks like they are slowly starting to move in and taking control. Come on, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is quite an experienced guy. He must be AFK. Oh, he's back. Just pushing hard.
We got enemy in there.
See that guy? Black Jesus was like rubbing up against the hedge there. Pretty weird body movements. Death rows. Ooh. Mr. Zuran. Got a good angle, mate. Okay, so he's not a sniper. No scope. So you can see all of this happening. He's biding his time. He hasn't taken a shot yet. Maybe he knows there's so many. Oh, there we go. Strategic kill. So it looks like he might be a experienced veteran as well. Taking his time, strategically picking his targets. Because this game is pretty brutal in terms of realism. If you expose yourself, I don't mean like expose yourself, not in that way, of course. But if you expose yourself, your position, you fire a round, you'll be picked up pretty quickly. So he's playing it really well. You could have taken lots of shots of the on these guys that's come up, but he's kept it sort of to the guys at the back. There we go. Bong Wizard is back. Taking lots of shots. Some heavy battles going on here. Looks like the push has been halted. maybe with some armor they could take turn things around. Where are you going, armor? Armor by itself is pretty risky. There's bound to be, especially if there's lots of enemy around you. See, there's Disco Biscuits hunting the tank. What is I chasing? Whoa. Yeah, AT. It's going to be an easy kill for Disco. Taking a good position. Oh! First he kills the guy. And now he's going to plant a bomb. So as long as the tank moves, he can't actually plant... What? He just planted the bomb. Alright, it's going to be a big bang. Harry is still in the tank. The bomb actually killed... I can't remember his name now. Harry, mate. You better get out. The tank is still workable to an extent. But it's not in good shape at all. He should have used his Panzerfaust, to be honest. Get a good shot on the side here. Or the back, directly from the back. Is he fixing up the tank a little bit? Yeah, looks like he's doing a bit of fixing. Alright. I can hear another tank close by. This direction. Alright, looks like the Wehrmacht, the Germans have stopped these guys pretty well. Alright, so I think Harry's going to go for a repair. Fair enough. Judge Bread. I've seen these guys play before as tank crew. They are pretty good. Good experienced crew. So I'm not sure where they're going. Maybe they'll try and flank from that side. Yeah, these guys need some help. They first airborne needs some help from the commander. Get some artillery in here or smoke or something. Just something to try and push in so I can clear building by building. At the moment they're being halted. They're not really moving past this line. This is a tough battle, man. Building to building. Room clearing. Look at all the bodies. This is a hard battle. There's bound to be some grenades here. Okay, so it looks like they've taken this building. First airborne's done it. Still a MG outside here. He's moving in. Oh, it's gonna be hectic. No. Looks like Lance Corporal Dan survived. The only survivor in here. Oh, no. Black Jesus is still there. There we go. Okay, I think this is the furthest they've actually pushed.
Landmine on that fucking tank up north. Yeah, you nearly got it. So we'll finish.
So they need to use this advantage and try and push further up. Let's get numbers on here, definitely. Let's look at the map. If you look at a map, always tells you a really good story. Charlie, what are you doing out there, mate? You need to come in. And are you waiting for a tank to take out? What's the story? I think he's repairing a tank over there, so that's okay. But this guy over here, look at the commander, obviously he's sort of hanging around the edges, coordinating stuff and the bombings and things. But yeah, so working as squads is really important. Having guys by themselves, it's not helping the overall cause. So he might be getting lots of kills, maybe flanking and killing people from the side, you know, but you're not helping the effort, mate. Not overall. You need to get on cap. Push really hard. Anyway, enough preaching. Let's see what's happening. Right, so it looks like they've been halted again to an extent. Hey, Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve is still playing. Get some mortars going up from here. These guys are doing really well. Like, they've been pushing this area for a pretty long time. It's going slow. It's really hard work for 1st Airborne, to be honest. A dogged defense for sure. So they tried from this side. Whoa! There we go.
GG.
Well played.
Easy.
The Germans definitely deserve that win. GG, boys.
I got easy company.
Fuck yeah. Killed everyone.
Oh, you didn't kill everyone.
I didn't realize we won. Oh wait, again. We didn't.
It's funny. Alright. Welcome if you've joined. Gonna go into the next map. So I'll be adminning for a while. About to see some really good matches. Some awesome scenarios play out, which is the benefit of having the admin role, where you can fly around, find really good battles going on. Some awesomely funny ones as well. Yeah, pop in the chat box if you want to see something specific or have any questions. Or we see something funny, something interesting. Happy to move over there. Right, so match is starting at about 80 seconds. And you'll see people starting to join in. I'll wait until probably when the match is actually started, because I create a squad, an admin squad, to provide an opportunity for people to ask questions. So if they need help, if there's somebody griefing, somebody spawn killing, they can pop into the squad if they needed to, or just type it on screen or whatever. But yeah, so I create a squad, spawn in. But generally speaking, if I do that too early, people join my squad just by accident. Like, they just want to get some good gear, right? So when they look at the loadout, they come into my squad and go, hey, sweet, I can get the whatever they're looking for. So I'll just wait a bit till I see how this pans out before I actually choose a side and create the squad. The other benefit, of course, is being able to get close to the action, right? So if I wait a little bit, usually the MSB has been moved up. Otherwise, I'll have to just do a bit of flying. Actually, that's not a very long distance. So I could probably spawn in. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got 29, 27. It's pretty even, pretty awesome. I don't have to do any balancing out, which is always great. Right, so what I'll do is I will be on the Wehrmacht. I'll be a German. Panzer. Okay, let me create squad. Come on. Okay.
Squad leader rally.
All right, sweet. Oh, cool. Here we go.
Use
See,
half track to cover while the rest of the
I can
squad
join here.
digs up the pontoon.
Just makes it
There's one dude running through
easier for me to get into the action pretty quickly. All right, let's go. All right, so
armor is moving to your position. Well, we're a 20mm flat car, so we will give you as much cover as we can.
these guys are pushing hard. Pretty sure they're going to build a bridge. Yep.
Trucks back in cover till we're actually successfully at
So they're busy constructing a bridge to get across,
Our copies for.
which is easier than
Repeat the squad for, please.
trying to cross the bridge.
You've got a 20mm flat car moving to your position.
Bridge is easy to defend. These guys obviously want to come in and
No worries.
attack
Can we get that
any
flat
bridge
car
building.
across this pontoon first when we get it up?
So they will be taking pot shots, no doubt. Bridge is done.
Are you happy for the half track to go first? Yes, please. Get the armor across the eastern pontoon first, please. No, sorry. Are we happy to get the half track across on the western pontoon? Roger.
Do they have more than one pontoon? No. Oh. Righto. Let me get over there. Actually, let's just see this battle first. It's going to be a firefight, no doubt. We've got 3 on 3.
We have an MG on the arch.
Germans running across open ground. But exposed. Okay, so very quickly the Germans have taken out 2 of these players, the Polish brigade. Polish are throwing grenades left, right and center.
Is currently dealing with many different holes.
Okay, so yep, he was moving up a bit too exposed here. Alright, so first battle definitely won by the Germans. Let's go and have a look at the western side. That's a pretty good push from the Germans there. They made mincemeat out of those 3. Alright, so I wonder if they are doing a bit of a, you know, dummy run in sports. These guys are really organized. So they've constructed pontoons on the east and the west, already crossed. And they sort of going through the middle as well, I think to distract the Polish guys, the Polish brigade. Half track's already crossed. Unloading some dudes here. That is pretty organized, I must say. Let's see if we can hear some comms. Hey, let me know if the music is too loud as well. Pop some chat as well if you want to see something specific, or if you actually see something that I don't. Because a lot of times scenarios play out really quickly.
I would like to apologize for autism. We can't get across this fucking bridge.
And there is a lot of times really awesome firefights that play out, sometimes insanely funny as well. So let me know. Oh, maybe, what are you doing, mate? Didn't expect that. See? Was not expecting the Germans to be this organized and so quickly across. Okay, but now the Germans have been exposed. So their Blitzkrieg on the west and surprise attack has now been thwarted. It's not a surprise attack anymore. But look at this. This is awesome. You've got a pincer movement going on here. From the east and from the west. They've already crossed. Oh, sorry. Let me just put the overlay on. So we can actually see where the cap is. You can see how big this cap is, right? This is huge. Look at this. This is massive. But I must say the Germans are definitely approaching this with a very coordinated strategy. Armor is across, moving in. Now without some infantry support, armor is really exposed. So armor needs to be very careful. Look at this, they're just rushing in. Hey, you just look. You're missing an opportunity, mate. Right. So I'm not sure what the tank crew's doing. Alright. I think this is the, what do they call this one again? The scout car. Scout car's getting some shots on the bridge. These guys are taking some casualties for sure. Okay, so tank's coming back. Pretty aggressive push. These guys are playing a bit Rambo in that tank. I mean, you feel like a god in a tank, but it's pretty exposed, man. There's bound to be an AT close by. You're gonna get shot. Shot up for sure. There we go. Let's see how we're going here. Ooh. Germans are taking lots of casualties. It's game on. OMG. Look at this. This whole western flank got annihilated. Well, there's one survivor. And he's just exposed his positions. Hugo's looking for him. Oh my word! Hugo! This is great. Oh, wow. Okay, so Nasty's coming to look, to investigate what's going on.
Alright, I'm getting our MSE moved around to the south.
Looks like
Work out, it may get blown up. We're gonna find out.
Imperator? Is that how you say it? Where's Imperator? Oh, Imperator maybe? TFT Imperator? I'm not sure. Anyway, he's got a great position here. Camouflaged. Looks like Shifty's hanging on for a medic. Shifty, I'm not sure if there's going to be a medic close by, unless... No, he's squad lead, mate. You've got a squad lead close to you. Don't think there's going to be a medic coming soon. Might as well give up.
We are neutralizing again.
Whoa. 4 on 1. How's Imperator going to do here? Okay, so obviously they've got an intelligence that there's an enemy in the bushes somewhere. Yeah, but it's going to make mincemeat. That was too easy. Alright, so obviously these guys have been sent to clear out this area. It's been cleared out. Okay. So Gyms have lost their early advantage for sure.
Sorry, I couldn't hear everything you guys were saying. Do we need support on the
They're still pushing hard here from this east side.
disregard?
Let's just see what's going on here.
Hey, good work, guys.
What's Maybe doing?
No, I'm getting the northern SP moved. The guy driving it.
Unless maybe is the commander. Yeah, he is. Apologies. Maybe
Are we going cap?
you're playing strategic there. Okay, we've got the scout.
MSP's been destroyed.
Scout moving up this way. Okay, so it looks like the gyms are getting numbers on. It's capping.
MSP is marked.
Definitely capping. Let's see if there's any mischief around.
Need more dudes on the point.
Bong Wizard. Where are you going, Bong? Let's go check what Bong Wizard's doing.
As we didn't maintain the momentum there, we lost the point again. Come on.
Okay. Bong Wizard didn't last long. So Bong, you need to be with your squad, mate. Everybody's pushing hard to get on cap. Sacrificing their lives. What are you doing out there? Where's Bong Wizard? He's a squad lead.
Squad 7, what's holding you up? Is that FOB marker accurate? I believe they destroyed a MSP on that FOB marker then. Alright, nice one. Yeah, keep moving, guys. Gotta get on the point.
What is he doing? Dora the Destroyer. That is beautiful. Oh, Scuba, Steve, watch out, Scuba. Damn, it's not gonna end well. What are you doing? Oh, that was brutal.
Drops of smoke on you too.
Damn. That was pretty brutal. Alright, so the only explanation I can think of was if the, what squad was that? dog, so squad 4, if they were tasked to go and hunt MSPs, but look, they don't even have an AT. Oh, hang on, maybe this one, maybe Tom Hanks, he's got some explosives. That is probably the AT, right? So maybe he was hunting MSBs, but you don't do that by yourself, man. Like, I can understand if you're the squad that's doing that, that's your role. Okay, so these guys have come. Ooh, grenade! Oh, too short. Grenade was too short. Okay.
My troops are reporting enemy tank coming in from the west. On well. Which squad said that?
Well done, mate. Some good kills there.
Southern MSP. Enemy tank has been marked to the west.
Pretty awesome move, boys.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, that's spawning in.
I'm down. Let's move really quickly on to the next point, please. Get all you guys to work together and move. Yeah, roger that. As I can. Let's be ready to capture it and in control of the point by the time that timer goes to 0.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Disdainful plebs, you're shooting in front of you. What are you shooting at? There, you got one.
Marked concentration of enemy forces. They're out in the open near Reedfield to
Ooh,
the east.
good shot. Good shot.
Try and disengage from the enemies of the bridge. Get to relief here. Hey Jackson, you probably want to put the NSP only around there. You go on the north side, right? I'll bring it around this side. Good work.
Okay.
Alright, I can see enemy light armor to the south of Reedfield. I'm going to mark it.
That takes care of that.
It's moving north.
Gag reflex Barbie. Gag reflex Barbie is still alive.
Which MSP? Southern MSP, enemy armor moving up north towards it from the south. Roger. Squad 3, Squad 7, that's enemy coming from your south. If you've got AT capabilities, get a look at the south rubber. Squad 3, Squad 7, copy. Yeah, copy, this is Squad 7, we got no AT.
Okay, so if you look at this, this is bad coordination from the Polish.
Squad 3, Squad 7, equip.
They need to defend Rietveld, and they're all up here. What are they doing? They've lost the rail bridge. They need to come and protect this area. They're not. They are going to lose it. If you look at the numbers that the Germans are getting up here, they are pushing hard. And the Polish brigade is still spread out all over the place. There's no coordination. The guys around the bridge should be pushing as hard as they can, or just, you know. You can see there's some coordination going here at the back, but it's too late. They're going to lose this gap for sure. This is hard, man. Because they spawn right in the open. Look. Pretty hard to make it from there to safety. Especially if you've got everybody around here firing at you. No chance. Just want to see if it's capping. Yeah, so it's a pretty big capping area. It's huge. Yeah, I think that's some feedback that the developers have taken on board, and with the new US airborne release, the maps are like half the size almost, and the cap points are smaller. But look at this. This is way too big, man. This is ridiculous. What's the point of having a big cap like this? Anyway, so yeah, so I think with those new maps coming in, new update is going to be pretty awesome. Much more competitive. Okay, let's have a look. See this? This does not look good, unless that guy's already dead. No, he's alive. So, unless he's taking out the MSB, he could be hanging around and getting lots of kills. That's called spawn camping, which is not allowed. Where is he? Okay, so he's not aware. He's definitely not spawn camping. So spawn camping is if they hang around anyone that's in the enemy, hang around an MSP like this, wait for people to spawn, get easy kills. Yeah. Okay, so the battle is still raging for this point. Good drips and drabs of the Germans coming in. I think they've realized don't spawn on the point because you'll get killed pretty quickly, so they're spawning down to the southwest, which makes sense, right? But these guys need to get on cap. Like, really, what are you doing there? If I was the squad lead, I would definitely be yelling at these guys. Get on cap. Okay, it's capping now. I think they are going to lose this one. Polish are definitely going to lose this one. How are we looking tickets wise? Yeah, Germans are smashing this one. There's not a lot of cover really, to be honest. Like, you can use the trenches, which they will be using, but it's pretty hard. It's a tough fight, man. It's just like close quarters combat. Lots of grenades. Yeah, if you set up an MG around here somewhere, even on this roof, you can get up on this roof, set up an MG. You'd have a really good time. Be like duck hunting. Hey, let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. Always keen to get some feedback. Let me know if there's any questions. If you want to see anything specific. So in between me making sure this game is basically run fairly. So there's no griefing, there's no spawn camping. I'm happy to basically do a couple of things. Oh, look at this. This is good. Good response from Polish. Getting some artillery in here. Some bombing raids. Get them off cap. Yep. They've done a pretty good job. You've got big numbers coming in from the east. There we go. Got a push. Bit of a flank going on. Okay, so this it's a good push. But again, it's so hard, man. It's just so hard because one grenade, especially if you're bunched up, will take them out pretty quickly. If you had numbers around the point early on, you probably could defend it. Setting up on strategic positions so you can see along down all these trenches. Get maybe a machine gun set up like an MG. You can cover big areas, but so you can engage long. That's what you want. You want to engage long. I don't think they're going to be able to do this. Too late, boys. Too late. Look at how spread out they are. Maybe these guys are setting up defenses over here. Pretty sure they're going to be doing that. Probably realize this is lost cause. Oh, it's already been taken. Apologies. It's already been capped. So these guys need to fall back ASAP. Get on point. Come on, boys. It's not hard. If you're not dead, you need to fall back, get on point. Okay, let's go check it out. Let's check out how the defenses are going. Now look at how organized these guys are. If you've just joined, the Germans pushed really hard. I won't take too long to explain this. They pushed hard. You can see the green areas there. They built 2 pontoons, so they flanked east and flanked west, and they pushed across the bridge. So it was like a bit of a fake play. They distracted the Polish in the middle and then flanked from the sides. It was amazing to see that. Very organized. You can see they've already set up an MSP. No, that can't be there as MSP. Here. So they're setting up the MSPs. You've got the commander already setting up. There's another MSP coming down. They're really organized. So to combat that, the Polish need to be organized as well. You need really good squad leads to start organizing things. Use buildings to your advantage or the cover. Try and create funnels. You know, use your barbed wire.
We've got 3 spawn points all around the point. Let's get even numbers coming from all sides.
Pretty sure you can hear that comms. I think that was the commander. Yeah, pretty sure it's the commander. He's given the update. They've got 3 spawn points around this cap set up already. That's the Germans, the blue. And now the commander is bombing the crap out of them as well.
Yeah, and if you look it to the left, go into the fields, you'll mow them down as they're moving east.
Yep. That could have been mortars as well, maybe heavy mortars, I'm not sure.
What's the point of
I don't think that was actually artillery.
1-8, I wanted to get the MSD there. Hold off, you've got no infantry support, and you've got a whole lot of infantry in the fields to your left.
Okay, so that caused some damage over here. But there's still 2 vehicles that's functional, just have to be set up, reset.
Yeah, roger. I'll drop off a...
Alright, let me just quickly have a check and see if there's any foul play going on. Because we got MSBs all around, it might be like George is doing right there.
momentum up, boys.
George,
More sides.
I hope what I'm seeing is not right. Where is George? Where was George? So that's to the north. See, George is hanging around. Okay, he's just marked it as well, which is good. He's hanging around that spawn point or the MSB. Sorry, north. Where is north? Here comes a bombing run. Oh, sorry, Stuka. Okay, let me just get back on. Okay, so it's over there somewhere. I've just passed them. It's down here. It's Marshman. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is actually an MSP or not. Yeah. So it's an MSP. So if he sticks around close by... Oh, sorry. Here's the MSP. Apologies. If he stays close enough to this MSP, that nobody will spawn. So he basically is deactivating it. And that's fine. While he marks it for his commander to take out, send a Stuka or the Polish brigade's equivalent of a Stuka, like a bombing run or something. Because it didn't look like he had actually anything to blow it up. So that's fine. Hang around, prevent them from spawning. But if you hang around the area just a bit off it and have an easy kill when they spawn, that's not good. That's spawn camping. Anyway, that worked out well. Let's get back to the action. Where's Brackley going? Okay, so Reshk, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's moving up on the MSP, but these guys are on it, man. They realized that there was an enemy that was hanging around the MSP, and they've just moved it. That's pretty good, man. That is seriously good. I'm so impressed by the Germans. They are smashing it. They are so coordinated, organized. You can hear the comms going all the time. And it's not chatter. It's not just, you know, talking shit all the time. It's giving updates, coordinating, calling out enemy positions, calling out support. It feels a bit disjointed though. If you look at how they spread out. I don't see a lot of squad movement apart from down here. If you look at the squads, you've got Dog Squad, Bong Wizard, and Imperator, Imperator, whatever. Okay, this is a really good. Oh, look at that. Pretty good. Got 2 kills. Right, so what you want to see is your squad lead basically taking a squad on a mission to cap the point or to defend a point or to flank or to take out an MSB or a tank or whatever. Okay, there's a squad coming, so you can see they're working together. But all these randoms, like on their own, you know, they might get a few kills, but they're not helping the overall cause here. Okay, you can see big numbers coming in. Well, it looks like they probably try to go for a flank over here. I think they got found. I heard comms that they were taken out on the south. Let's just see. Yeah, it is to the southeast. So what are they doing though? What's the point? Ah, look at this. Look at this. That was a beautiful spot for the MSB. But it's getting too hot, so they're moving it away. These guys are really playing a good strategic game. A lot of awareness. Yo, Scuba Steve, what's up? Yeah, you can hear they're moving MSBs. On the previous point, they had MSBs all around the point, strategically positioned, and it was amazing to see how they were just spawning in from different directions, coordinating, and they kept it pretty quickly. If you look at the tickets, you can see they're rolling it, and it's equal numbers, so it's not like they've got an advantage in numbers or anything like that. It's just purely playing really well strategically. Right, so this is the cap point. They're on cap at the moment. They've got the numbers. They will be capping this pretty quickly, I think. You see the Polish are trying to push to get on cap. I think they're going to be too late. Yeah, I think they might as well give up, fall back, get on the next cap, start fortifying. Anyway, let's listen to some of the comms here.
Holy shit, Barbie's here. Thanks, Right, boys.
Bring it back. Let's get rid of these armor.
Thanks. Auf Wiedersehen.
Okay, we got some artillery coming in. It's a bit too far. Yeah, that wasn't a good artillery.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
No one should be walking from that point. They should all be in transport trucks. There's
awesome. That was great work. And you can hear the commander talking about people moving in transport trucks. Nobody should be walking. Again, that's coordinating it. That's not just, you know, people rushing onto a point. And you can see the efficiency and how they just annihilating the Polish. You'll still have your solo guys trying to, you know, get some solo kills. Like this guy. You run alone, you die alone. Should be with your mates. Alright, so let's check this out. So MSP down here. Now the MSP is moving. It's probably going to set up somewhere around here, I'm guessing. What? Why would you put two MSPs next to each other? It's a bit of a waste. Unless it's not an MSP, unless there was a transport truck or logi. Okay, so they are filtering in. We've already got people on cap. Look at that.
Tom Hanks, enemy 100 meters south of you, mate. About to run over him.
That is pretty impressive. It is literally almost like a blitzkrieg.
Who's in Tom Hanks' squad? Tom, he's got enemies to his east. Sorry, west.
Okay, it's not capping yet. Now look at this again. I don't know what you guys think about having such huge not spawn points, sorry, caps. This is massive, man. Look at this. This is just ridiculous. It's not really competitive, right? Well, in this case, because the guys are really coordinated and the Germans are just so efficient, there isn't any competitiveness at this stage. But, you know, this is way too big. Thankfully, in the new US airborne release, the maps are smaller and the caps are smaller as well. I think will make it much more interesting. A bit more competitive. Beautiful. Love those planes. Oh dear. Okay, so Bong Wizard squad has been taken out. Uxus, mate, you might want to look. look at this. He's toying with him. That was just brutal, Denny's. Seriously, couldn't you shoot the guy? You had to walk around so he could actually see you. Probably scared the crap out of him. That was funny as. Danny is evil, man. It's almost like teabagging. Hey, but the Polish will take whatever they can because they are being annihilated here. They're not doing too bad here actually because there was a really early push by Bong squad, Bong Wizard squad. So Dog came in early, took a position here in this shed, and Polish did really well to get them out, clear them out. So now they're spread out along the cap, much better position. And the Germans are spread out now, so they don't have that momentum. But you can hear the communications, man. This is just awesome to hear this and to see this, to be part of this. It's like a German machine. You can hear the comms. all the time just coordinating all this shit going on.
I'll try and drop the HE first. So give me 30 seconds. I'll drop HE on the western side. Hold up, they're moving that MSE now. Roger. I'll just drop the smoke.
Oh, they got flanked. They got flanked. They got pretty much annihilated.
So there's a lot of infantry in the forest marked to the north.
Yeah, can you just hear that? There's a lot of infantry in the forest, just marked exactly here where we were. So Shifty a commander? I mean squad lead? No. Who's Shifty with? Here. So Shifty must have let his squad lead know. Squad lead marked it up.
Two strafing rounds coming in on that forest squad 4. That smoke's coming in now, squad 4.
So the interesting thing about this game is just how fluid it is, right? There's only one guy staying around. The rest has moved on. And the commander might actually now send or waste the whole strafing run or bombing run or whatever on that position. Anyway, that's how it goes. That's how it flows. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Man, I can't get over how awesome these sounds are. It's just incredible. There we go. See? Gun run. Where there's supposedly lots of enemy was reported. But hey, fair play to that commander who's responding to his intelligence, right? So that's the intelligence he received. That's what he responded to. Pretty good. Right, so you got these guys running around by themselves. They're getting a few kills, and this was a really good flank. They need to get on cap, man. Like, that's the difference between coordinated and sort of messing around, and you can see it. You can see it here. 413 versus 270 tickets. Ooh. Brutal. Much better. Alright. I thought they'd get more kills. That was just one kill. Alright, so this is that new radio system. They basically released it or talked about it when they did the video, what was that, about 10 days ago? Talking about the new US airborne release. And they implemented that pretty quickly with that new update that came through. So squad leads can use any radio man now from any squad and put a call here, put down a call like a tent, the radio tent, and people can spawn on that for I think 2 minutes, I believe. And it can be taken out by a grenade. So you can also deactivate it, I think, by so similar to a MSB. If you stand next to it, you deactivate the spawns. Oh, that was good. The tank didn't see that radio tent there. Hang on. Zuran is on this. What are you gonna do, Zuran? What are you doing? Oops. Okay. Alright, you died. That's what you did. Ah, funny man! You're in my squad, funny man. You're not supposed to be in my squad, funny man. My squad says admin and Q&A only. if you have any questions or you have any help, you need any help from admin, that's when you join the squad. Hey, funny man, how's it going, mate? Hey, funny man, can you hear me? Oh, cool. You don't have any comms. No worries. Hey, funny man, do you have a question for me, or do you need any help from admin?
I think it just got destroyed now. It just got destroyed now.
The reason I'm asking is the squad that you're in was set up specifically for that purpose. So if you have any questions for admin or you need help, you hop into the squad and we can have a chat. If not, if you don't mind, can you hop into another squad, please? You can just click leave and join another squad. Thanks, mate.
I'll drop smoke. I'll drop smoke. You drop smoke when we advance, is that right?
Sweet.
Yeah, just wait. Just
He's
wait.
all set.
Don't poke your heads over at all. Don't worry about it. Just stay back. I'm going to drop 3 rounds of smoke.
Alright, so the tank's set up around the edges. I think his task will be to keep this forest locked down, while the rest is another squad getting prepared to move in. Oh, hi, Tajin Box. Thanks for the question. So, the truth is I never played squad, but I'm part of a online community called the REDis, and we've got quite a lot of squad members playing quite a few members playing squad, who've now gone and moved on to Scriptum, and overwhelmingly all of them have said that Scriptum is way better and easier to get into. So I don't know the gameplay of squad. I think this, well, what I know is Scriptum is actually based on squad, right? So the engine is, I think, the same engine. Scriptum will be upgrading to a newer engine, I think, in January. But for now, I think it's pretty much the same. You'll see a lot of the same principles used. So it looks like that radio tent that was here before. I'm not sure if you saw that. That's definitely a squad mechanic. So there's lots of squad mechanics in this game. It's really very similar. The difference, though, and this is what I have heard, is the people who play squad are not as, I don't want to say friendly, because it's not about being friendly. It's about actually just playing a freaking, decent game. What I've heard is in squad there's a lot of team kills, so people killing each other. So you'll spawn in, you want to learn the game, you want to play, and then you get shot by your own effing teammate. Like, really? Fair enough if you get killed by the enemy, right? But if your teammate kills you, that's just shit. So that's one thing that I've heard is squad players, there's a lot of team killing going on. So it's not necessarily the game that's bad, but it's the players that play on there. Whereas in Scriptum, as you can see here, mate, there's a lot of coordination going on, and the squad leads want to keep their members alive. You hear a lot of communications. Look at this. They work as a tactical team. So what you mentioned there is you want to get into tactical games. Scriptum is absolutely awesome for that, especially on the server. So the REDi's community is based around tactical simulation and military simulation. So TACSIM and MILSIM. And we take it very seriously in that sense, and respect is very high up there as well. So we don't take any shit in that sense, So when you play in a squad led by a REDi, so if you look at this, okay, so not a lot of REDis in this side, but you'll see there's one there. He's not a squad lead. There's one REDi on that side. Generally speaking, if you're in a REDi squad or led by a REDi, you will be treated with respect. You'll be taught a lot of things as well. So you'll actually be sometimes harshly be taught how to play tactically. So if you do the wrong thing, you fuck up, you will be told, hey mate, get back here, or you know, what are you doing out there? Get back to the squad. So I find it really rewarding. You learn a lot. It's a good. Here we go. He's moved up. He's moved up. He's killed one. He's killed two. Oh, he's killed three. He's clearing out this house. This is pretty awesome. Sorry, I interrupted myself there. But that was pretty impressive. He single-handedly cleared out this house. Anyway, so long rambling on there by myself, but yeah, Postscriptum is full on. It is seriously full on because it's so huge, and you get to play different roles, right? So you've got, here you go, you've got your armor squad. So these guys they can only drive armor vehicles. Sorry, they can drive other vehicles too. People in other squads cannot drive any armor, so only the armor squad can drive those vehicles. So you can choose a different role. So there's a role for everyone. You know, you've got a medics, you've got guys who can blow up shit and blow up tanks and stuff like that. You get tank hunters. So those guys are lone wolves. Those tank hunters, they actually run around the edges, find tanks or mobile spawn points. But hey, yeah, by the way, your point is actually a good point. He was a lone wolf. And I was ranting about lone wolves before. Alright. So if you look at, if you look at this, see here, they've lost the point. So the Germans have taken this point. So he's come in and he's cleared out that one house. I think it was this house here. He cleared that out. But so he got 3 kills, right? So that was impressive. Like seriously, skill-wise, that was impressive to see. But for his team, or his, you know, his squad or whatever, like his, you know, for the overall imperative objective, he probably got killed just after that, because you got lots of enemies that's going to be spawning around this area and pushing onto the next cap. So, you know, yeah, he was a lone wolf and he got some kills, but look, these guys need help. They need everybody on cap. What are these guys doing here? They need to get on cap. Look at all the blue. The Germans are again surrounding this area, setting up. This is a FOB, a forward operating base. They've set up a FOB there. Here they've got an MSB. So I'm not sure if that's actually a German MSB or a Polish brigade MSB. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can see this is good coordination going on. You need everybody on cap, man. I'm just going to check this out. I just want to make sure that the fool is not spawn camping this area. So what, that's southeast. Okay, let's go and have a look. The fool. I'm pretty sure it's going to be your own MSB. He's in a tank anyway. Yeah. It's his own MSB. And he was in a tank, so he would have just shot it up 2 seconds. Look at this. Right? Put up a tent. So this is mobile. This is the forward operating base. Put up some ammo, and then basically just protected the shit out of this ammo place. Pretty awesome. Oh, and they put up a... What? Why would you put a gun there? Nevertheless... See, that's also another thing that's pretty awesome about this game. Again, you're talking about the roles. if you play logistics role, you get to build shit like that. You can build cranes to help fix vehicles. You can build machine gun nests, razor wire, and all sorts of things. So you can actually help your team, your country, whatever. You can help them just at the back, right? You can be at the back fortifying. Oh, Toucher Box. The reason I'm not playing is because I'm doing admin work. It seems like I'm just having a chat, but I'm actually admin on this. You can see there, I'm actually spawned in, and I'm an admin. So meaning, I can kick people if I need to kick them. I can send messages. I can restart the server. I can do lots of different things. And this is what I'm looking for. So I'm always looking for where people are not playing fair. Oh yeah, I'll show you some other places that they built as well. So this is, for example, just to have a quick explanation about fairness, and this, what I look out for as an admin, and all the other admins too. This is a mobile spawn point in MSB. So you can see the Polish brigade, they spawn here. So when they die, they can spawn at this location. If you have an enemy like this guy coming and setting up around, not close to it, but just around it, that person can have an advantage on these guys spawning in, because they'd spawn in and he would just shoot them. So as soon as you spawn in, you get shot dead by a guy hanging around. That's unfair, right? You don't have a chance. You actually have no chance. If he hangs back, like if he sets up around here somewhere, right? That's fair. Even if he knows there's a spawn point there, because he's waiting for them to run past him. They've got a chance. They can go any direction, so they can go around him. That's fair enough. But if he hangs around close by and just shoots them as they're spawning, that's not fair. So that, as an admin, that's something that I look out for. And I will warn them first, and if they don't listen, I will kick them. There are other ways to do that, which I won't go into now, but there are other ways to, you know, deactivate the spawn, and you can blow up that spawn point or whatever. Anyway, so there's no spawn camping going on there as far as I can see. That's all good. Let's go check out some action over here. Let's see if they actually fortified a little bit. Croc the Frog. Croc the Frog, you are outnumbered, mate. Outnumbered by far. Okay, so that machine gunner on there, okay, it lasted for a short period, but he took out these two guys. So Croc the Frog has a chance. So see here, see that guy just spawned. Scuba Steve just spawned literally next to it here. So this is what we call an MSB. So if Croc the Frog was hanging around in the hedges here somewhere and shooting them as they spawn, that's not fair. But he's hanging around here. I can't believe he's still alive though. And he's taking them out as they come past. It's a fair chance, fair play. Yep, admin can add mods. Admin can spawn vehicles and things like that. So admin can do pretty much, well, not anything. It depends on what was enabled, depending on the type of gameplay that you're looking for. So the way that this game is set up to capture points and defend points, what the admin can do will be based around that. But yeah, mods can definitely be brought in. So this is an interesting setup here if you check it out. So you've got the Polish spawning right here. You've got the Germans that have set up a forward operating base inside this building. Again, This is smart play, man. This is really smart play. Because you can't see it. From the outside, you don't realize that that's a spawn point. But there's going to be lots of clashes around here because you got two spawn points close to each other. People will be converging and there'll be lots of kills and this will be chaos. It'll be mayhem. Which basically is sort of not really beneficial. Oh shit.
This is not a truck, Google wagon. Yeah, the transport truck. Yeah, get a bunch of us together and get going.
Well, I think this one just blew up from all the damage. I think it was just because it was never repaired. Right. Look at all the bodies. Chaos. Absolute chaos. Oh no. Ivan, you're gonna go down. Yeah, he's already died. Salt Hippie Matador. Man, the names people come up with is just awesome.
Yeah, Squad 5, Imperator, bring you and your radio man to me, please. We're going. We're taking the cap.
I think this is the commander's vehicle.
Squad 5 on me. Right next to you. Pull your arm. Disregard Squad 5, you do your own thing. Take that transport truck. Sorry.
Alright.
Let's get Squad 4, you taking the transport?
So you've got remnants of this guys who were spawning here, I think that's pushing. They'll just be annihilated pretty much. Let's go check out the cap. How's the cap going? Again, a huge cap, right? So all these caps are massive. All right.
To Logi, who have these fobs up like way before we need them. Yeah, they're the real MVP. Oh, it's UNet, of course. Oh, who did you think it was?
So there's like a mini war going on there, really, or battle going on. Whereas everybody should be pushing for the cap. Yeah, the Germans are still winning. There's lots of time left. But yeah, the Polish are running out of tickets. Right, so this is a battle of attrition. So the Polish are gonna, yeah. Just as I was saying it, these two got taken out. Ooh, hang on. Here's a bit of an advantage. So, because these guys can always spawn in here. Did you hear that? Alright. Sorry, I interrupted myself there. It was pretty funny to hear the motherfucker. So this can be taken out. This mobile forward operating base, this fob, by tank or the scout car type of thing. It's got like a, it's like an anti-aircraft type of gun. Don't know how many millimeters this is, to be honest. So you've got a machine gun and like a, don't know what that would be. Anyway, so they could have taken that out, really. So they just didn't realize there was this is actually a forward operating base. But yeah, so what I was going to say is these guys can spawn there, so they'll always have the numbers and have the advantage, whereas the Polish didn't. Alright, let's get back to the action. Ah yeah, good question. Thanks, Stajin. So, I I could probably show you. Let's see if I can find some bandaged people. So, as a player, every player has got bandages as part of your kit, right?
Oh, what? He just died.
And
What the fuck?
see there, he's bandaging himself. Or he could actually be a medic. No, he's a medic.
Give me help.
So this guy's a medic.
Get mad. Oh, yeah,
So medics can actually bandage other people, and they can actually revive them as well. So they've got
never mind.
it's like a syringe. They take out a syringe. See there, he's just revived this guy, and now he's bandaging him, and the guy is actually Axel is bandaging himself, not realizing that the medic is trying to bandage him up. So every player can bandage themselves up to an extent, but it only helps a little. So if your health has gone into the red, it'll take you out of the red into the yellow. So you really want a medic to get you back fully healed up to the green. So that's why you'll see in every squad you'll have at least one medic. They play an extremely vital role, and usually you want your medic to hang around the back. You don't want them to be in the forefront. So you want your rifles. That's a radio man. Your rifles and actually that's the radio man. What is that?
Outstanding.
Don't actually know what that is. But anyway, so you want everybody else to be in front. Your medic and your radio man at the back. So the radio man is really important as well because the squad leads. Let's say this squad has got a lot of people that's died, right? Like let's say all 4 of them that's dead down here. They want to get them back quickly, but they don't want them to spawn way back at a spawn point, right? So let's say MSP, like it's up there. That's way too far. So the squad lead can actually do something that's called a rally call and activate a spawn on them. But for that, they need a radio man. So the squad lead with a radio man close to them activates the radio call or whatever spawn, and it's active for I think 2 minutes or a minute, and people can spawn on them. So you can get your squad to spawn on you pretty much. So it's you know, it's pretty powerful if it's used well. That's why squad leads want the radio man always close by, but not in the front, because they need to stay alive to be able to do that call. Alright, so this is a pretty hard area to capture. I love this setup though. So when I play, I love this because so many mini battles play out in this defense and attack. You'll see people peeping out of the windows and they get sniped from outside. The other hand, you see people quickly peeking out and see somebody sneaking at the bottom and they take them out from the top. You see lots of grenades coming in. So as a commander, this is actually an awesome target, right? So if you get a bombing raid, especially a Stuka, get a Stuka right in the center there, because people are clustered. You can see they're bunched up. You can get a lot of kills with some good artillery and Stukas and things. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the question, second part of your question. So how do you know you're bleeding? Is your vision becomes blurry. So it's like you're shaking a bit. You can see when you're wounded. And then as soon as you get healed, it's like your vision gets restored. So you can't really see yourself bleeding, not like in real life. So the medics can actually see people's health as well, so they can see when somebody like this guy. See, he's yellow, so he's bleeding, but he's not critical. As soon as you're red, that's critical. You need a medic pretty quickly, or you need to bandage yourself up as ASAP, and then get a medic to get you back to full strength. So this guy is bleeding out. Ooh. I didn't see the markings on that plane, so I'm not sure if that was the Polish brigade bombing or the Germans. You need a Stuka right in the middle there. Oh, look at this. Forrest Gump has come from behind. And he's taken out three of them. So again, to your point, he's a Lone Ranger. Wasn't it the same guy as before? I think it was Forrest Gump. Yeah, so you can see a pattern here, right? So this is Forrest Gump's pattern. He basically tries to flank, which is what he's doing now. Okay, so he hasn't seen Ton Meister over here. I think Ton Meister spotted him. Yep. Whoa, if he peeks out of a window, he's dead. Ton Meister is waiting for him. Yeah, so your question around can bomb runs break buildings? No, and that's probably one of the top 10 feedbacks that people are giving to the developers, is to have a realistic environment where bombs can actually shatter buildings and things like that. So currently the engine doesn't support that, but people can get killed inside them, but it doesn't actually break the building. So it's a bit weird that way. The building is perfectly intact, but everybody inside can actually be dead. Ooh, what's Congressive doing? This is maybe not such a good move. There we go. Exactly my point. I didn't even see the tank. I was just thinking about all the infantry around. Most likely can chuck a few grenades on it and take it out. Okay, so in the meantime, looks like the Germans have come in and pretty much cleared this whole area. We've got one survivor. Not anymore.
He's upstairs, he's upstairs.
Yeah. Okay, so I missed this. Damn. Who shot Knight? Was that a team kill? Oh no, sorry. Forrest Gump is there. Oh, look at that. Forrest Gump was causing some havoc. Ooh, Dennis is coming in. The evil Dennis. Dennis. Oh yeah, so maybe just to finish that out is, see Daddy Farage? See how he's bleeding out? So he's incapacitated. If a medic doesn't come to him soon, he will completely bleed out and die, and it will have to respawn. So he's literally bleeding out there. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And that was my point, is Forrest Gump, he got a few kills, right? So he was doing well that way. But there we go. If you're not playing as a team, you can see this. The Panzer just annihilated the Polish. GG guys, Panzer, well played mates.
Oh, the
Oh,
high
God,
there,
you hate this, did you?
You
You
said
see that?
more MVP.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
I scored 3 MVP.
Well played, Panzer. Great leadership, great strategy. Well played.
You got the reason of waiting.
Anyway,
Like 10 people trying to talk over each other. It's pretty funny. Anyway, that was pretty funny to watch. Yeah, if you have any questions or you want to see anything specific. So the next map it's going to load, it basically I think loads 3 maps, so it cycles between 3 of them. I'll take you through how I spawn in. Okay, so you've got the first airborne this time and the SS Panzer. Oosterbeek. It's the map. So you see people will come in slowly. I usually wait. You can see how they've already started filling out the Panzer side. So I usually wait a little bit because when I create the admin squad, I don't really want people to join unless they have questions or they need some admin help. And the other benefit is, well, I don't want to kick out the people that get in my squad. The other benefit is if I wait until they've actually spawned in, usually they take an MSP up to the action pretty quickly. So when I spawn in, I don't have to, travel a long distance to actually get to the action. I also see if the teams are balanced as well. Yeah, so they are going in pretty quickly. Pretty evenly as well. 23-18. Okay, game started. Hopefully some more people will come in. There we go, 21-20. Awesome. Okay, so I will play the first airborne. And I'll follow them as they come through attacking. Alright, so I'll create the squad. Just the admin squad. Some people have some questions. Alright, so the other reason why people join my squad is there's nothing really that they can get. But yeah, if they want to have a specific weapon, sometimes they join my squad. In this case, there's no weapon, so they can really use. Alright, cool. So there's an MSP moving. I'm going to wait for that to be deployed. See, they've already got people in them. Again, strategically, that's a good move. Otherwise, people have to walk or run all the way down here. It doesn't look far, but this is freaking far. It's far to travel. Only one person in there. 3 in there. That's good. Only one person in there. Alright. Guys, you can't actually... Okay, so wow, that's pretty cool. You just drop them off. He's going to set up probably outside over here. This is logistics, I'm guessing. Awesome, perfect. Right outside the red zone. The enemy can't put their spawn points inside the red zone. Alright, there we go. Let me deploy. So now I am a normal person squad lead. I'll show you the bandage, for example. So this is the bandage. your right click or your left click. You can see the player is not hurt. I'm right clicking. So that's your bandage that you can use on yourself. Some grenades and shit. Get some binoculars. So not everybody has binoculars either. Anyway, so I'm not going to play. I'm going to be admin. So I press a specific key sequence and off we go. Your question, does a squad leader need a radio man to call in a bombing run? So the only person that can call in a bombing run is the commander. So he's right up here. So Corporal Simox, and I know he's a very experienced player because he's in the REDis as well. So I think these guys will have an advantage. If you have a commander that's experienced, it makes a huge difference because they are the only people that can call in the bombing runs, strafing runs, artillery, smoking, bombs and stuff like that. So they coordinate pretty much the whole effort. And the only people that can talk to the commander are your squad leads, the SLs. You see them, they've got these little signs on them. So Corporal Simox will be talking to Yeshua, the Fool, Spinks, and so on. And not me because I've gone as admin, so he can't really speak to me. Kramer, why did you join me? Man. Dude. Anyway, there we go, he's out. Sweet. You probably realized that he joined the wrong squad. Anyway, so your question is, indirectly, the squad lead can call in a bombing run. Because what they'll do is, they'll go on their map. And see that little green icon there? That was called by a squad lead. So a squad lead has got, I should have shown you this before I went into admin mode. They've got they right click. Oh, here we go. I can show it. There we go. So see there? They've got these markers. So the squad leads will go and click on something, mark it. That's a move fast marker. That's that first one up there. So squad leader said, hey guys, I need you to get there ASAP. Some other markers you'll see for troops and things like that. So to your question, the squad lead will go, can I get artillery? Can I get a smoking barrage? Can I bombing mission? Or there's a point of interest, which they call a POI. And that's sometimes just quicker to say, hey, can I get a bombing run on POI 97 or whatever the number is. So whenever you click that, it creates a POI and a number. And this is where they mark enemy positions like a machine gun and things like that. So your squad leads talk to the commander organizes the runs, and that's how it works.
It's operational and the repair station is also up.
Alright, so these guys got taken out. I didn't see this. What happened? So they lost a Logi. Is that a Logi or was that a... I'm not sure if that was a Logi or a MSB. Alright, so 1920. Okay, so we're still evenly matched. However, I don't see a lot of players. Where are they? What's going on here? Let's just go list players. Alright, so here I can see all the players, by the way. Ah, come on. So this is how I kick and ban players. I go in their Steam ID. That's only if they're obviously being dickheads. The only time where I kick a ban is when somebody's a dickhead. Anyway, so there's lots of plays in there, definitely. But I do not see them. Oh, here we go. Ah, I know why. They didn't have a spawn point. Because I think that must have been an MSB that was taken out here. They didn't have anywhere to spawn. So they set that up, which is pretty cool. So you know how we talked about different roles? Logistics usually have a lot of driving. So Yeshua is bringing a logistics truck up to the front. It's a long drive all the way up.
We also have tank. Yes, I think we do. It's nice the armor section is communicating.
So this is a temporary radio call, and that's definitely a squad mechanic.
Do it?
All right, stop looking at maps. Let's get into some of the action. So there's a forward operating base. Bondi the Hun. What you doing? Sometimes you get guys that go on like solo runs like this, and their main purpose, all they're looking for is spawn points. So enemy spawn points to take out. So they pretty much go on a hunt. So that's probably the only solo player that I would say has any strategic value. Because if you take out an enemy spawn point, you deal them quite a lot of damage that way. Alright. So I've picked up a few people in my squad along the way. So I've got Liberty and someone else. Anyway.
There's a tank, so I haven't found it yet though.
Let me see if I can get them to jump out. Hey boys, how's it going? Hey Liberty, can you hear me? Alright, don't have any comms, no worries. Hey mate, the squad you're in is set up for admin purposes, so if you have any questions for admin, or if you need admin help, that's when you jump into this squad, you have a chat to me. If you don't need any help or don't have any questions, if you don't mind hopping into another squad, thanks mate. Awesome. Thanks, appreciate it. Oh, hang on. He might think, if it's his first time, he might think he needs to kill himself. Oh, cool, man. Welcome. Okay, you found the way to leave the squad and join another squad. Oh, shit, he can't hear me. Nice work, Liberty. Welcome, mate. If this is your first time, it's going to be pretty daunting. So, well done for actually leaving the squad and joining another squad. That's already a good start. So what you want to do is find your squad lead. Okay, so if you look in the map, sorry, if you press tab, where did he go? So you need to find the fool. The fool is your squad lead. Hook up with the fool, he will tell you what to do. And you will work as a squad and basically take points. Points is like an objective. You go onto an area and you capture the point. It's like capture the flag type of thing. So see if you can find your squad lead. You can find him on the map as well. Anyway, enjoy, bro. Hoo 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 hoo. It's all happening in here. Okay, risk is clearing. Whoa. He's moving up and he's gonna be. Oh! That was impressive. So this is the interesting thing as well. Both people can die in a shootout. which generally speaking in other games I've never seen that. Yeah, anyway. So he did a really good job coming up here, clearing it out, but he got killed in the process. He's not dead yet, right? No, he is. He's dead. So as soon as you see a body like that with no red marker, basically means they're dead. No, I'm wrong actually. This is Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump still has some life in him. If a medic can get to him, let's get him back up. Alright, let's see how strategically things are playing out here. Alright, so we've got an attack coming from, what area is that? That's from the south. So you've got a hard push from the south. First Airborne is pushing in. The Germans are doing well because they've got lots of people on point here. Defending. That's armor. Okay, so Tom Will has set up another MSP out here in the forest. So in cover, which is good. But he's by himself. Where is his squad? Oh, it's just him. Hopefully NWO Apex and Rocker will catch up with him. So he's not by himself. Right, so you've got a big push from the south. These guys are set up pretty well. Like I mentioned before, you know, having a lot of people in one building, not a good idea. One Stuka bomb on this building, and I think most of them will be killed. So generally you want, you know, a couple in there, but you want to spread out. If you're protecting a point, if you're defending, you want to spread out. But still stay on point. So again, this point is going to be huge. Sorry, let me just activate the overlay. You can see how big this is, man. This is ridiculous. This is bigger than the others. Look at that. I mean, that's not competitive. That's way too big. Anyway, so the benefit of a big capping area like this for the defending team is they can be spread out. So as long as they spread out along all the buildings, find some good positions, they can ambush maybe. It might be harder for the other team to actually take the point.
Stationary is it? Squad 5?
So maybe another observation
Sorry, I had it muted.
is that these guys are only attacking from one area,
Let me remark it.
which the enemy will soon realize where, sorry, the defending team will soon realize where the enemy is coming from, right? You can hear the shots fired.
Point of interest 35, stationary tank.
And they will basically call it out.
He's probably
So
abandoning.
everybody here will be basically facing south. What is that? Southeast, right?
He's heading away from the
So it'll be very hard for these guys to actually make any headway. But if you have, you know, a bit of flanking going on or a pincer movement or something like that, you just give yourself a bit of more chance to actually capture the point. So that was a good artillery, I think. No. One casualty, well, two, sorry. So one death and one wounded. Which is still, I think, not bad, because that means that house is now open. Okay, it's going to be a firefight here. You got flanked, Rocker. Never assume your left and your right is clear, mate.
Please leave your name, number, and a message after the tone.
It's what kills a lot of people, actually. Is that single-mindedness or single focus. So when Rocker came around, he probably saw some movement in one of those buildings up long and immediately started engaging or wanted to engage. This is like real life, man. You need to be literally thinking about it. How would you in real life, if your life was in the balance, if you could actually really die, how would you come around and try and shoot the enemy? You wouldn't just be rushing through this open space, you know, and firing nilly-willy. That's why I love Scriptum so much, is it's very realistic. And you need to approach it from that angle as well. Okay, so it looks like there's a bit of I wanted to say there's a push from 1st Airborne, but it's not really. A lot of the Germans died. It looks like they actually started pushing out. See how they've come up here? And they are engaging the enemy before they get on cap, which is can be successful. These guys are, I think, looking for their spawn point.
There's enemy tank on the objective. It's marked. Mark is not accurate.
I see your question. Do you find people that are in the army play these type of games? Yeah, I actually do. I have seen them. You do find them. You do find them, actually. And they are very, very interesting to play with. Like, I love playing with somebody that's actually got some real world experience. Because they, generally speaking, approach it with a different angle. Tactically, I mean, so they don't just rush in. They'll coordinate really well. They'll communicate. So these two are hunting in a pack. But I wouldn't say that it's the majority. Definitely not. So it's definitely not the majority that, you know, I wouldn't say like 50% of people even, or 20% even, have real world army experience. But you, generally speaking, only need one or two. And they make it really interesting and like provide an advantage.
There's a lot of infantry moving from that location towards the objective, so you might want to check that out. Not sure though. You got large infantry movement coming from the east.
Okay. So these guys are not sure what to do with this jeep. They potentially could have marked it on the map.
We are capping.
No, I don't see any markings. See there, that's a point of interest marker. Point of interest 95. That's a move fast marker. This is a squad lead that's activated a radio call. All right. So what's happening? Let's get back here to the action. So it's being capped at the moment. As soon as it flashes like this, it means it's been capped by the enemy. Enemy meaning the 1st Airborne. See there? Now it's grayed out.
Enemy MSP is on the question mark.
The Germans are the ones that need to defend. You can see they're all the way along the way. Those are going to be the objectives. So when the enemy, so the 1st Airborne, get on cap and start capping, it goes grey like this, so that means it's neutral. If they stay long enough on there and have more people on it, they will complete the cap, and this will become a British, well, American first airborne or whatever area.
Copy out.
So somebody's called
I give you a proxy.
a bombing run.
That's an approximation. MSB is confirmed blown up using TNT.
Okay. Yeah, so you did blow up the MSB, so that's not needed anymore. Ooh, I hear a tank. It's the eeriest sound. It's like a dinosaur. Whoa, did you see that ricochet? That's awesome. So we've got a tank. Wow. Okay, so these guys, the Germans are getting shots on. And first airborne can take out this tank. But what they tried was to, well, it's very hard to aim that far, right? But if you aim at the turret or your round hits the turret, generally speaking, it bounces off. You have to try and aim for the front of it. Well, anywhere really around the tank that's not the turret. Looks like the tank is still getting shots on. So Dietz and Groove are running for their lives now. And they're probably going to go for a repair somewhere. See if they can get it repaired. Because I think it was... No. Germans have taken it back. So they are holding on to this point for now. I can't see a lot of blue, so that means there's not a lot of first airborne on. Ooh, what's happened here? Is that a mine? These guys just drive onto a mine? I don't see an anti-tank infantry. That could have been a mine. Thanks for the question. Is there a limit to how good your tank can be? So, generally speaking, you've got your Panzers and your Tiger tanks from the Germans, and they are stronger than the opposite. So, if I just go over here, just show you the first airborne.
Do we have any intel on where the enemy is coming from so we can hunt down the MSPs?
See, it's a bit of a smaller tank. So, generally speaking, if you have this tank having a battle with a Tiger or a Panzer, not good. They can still kill them. Generally, like if they get a few shots on early on and keep moving, they can definitely take them out. But yeah, so in terms of limit how your tank can be, you can't make them any stronger, if that's maybe what you're referring to. So I think there's two different type of tanks for the first airborne. I can't remember which ones though. I think it's a Churchill and can't remember the other one. I don't think this is the Churchill though. T-77. There we go, it's 14 tons. It's 7 foot wide, 14 foot in length, 8 foot in height. Yeah, that's a good question. Alright, so this is a scout car. German scout car. So against the tank will always win. Scout car can't really do much damage to a tank. Ooh. It's game on again. So yeah, so your question is, why did they choose? I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure why they picked this particular tank. See, bang. They just destroyed the 1st Airborne Mechanized Infantry.
Half track destroyed. I was getting smoked for this one tank. You guys are idiots.
Look how cute. Oh man.
Maybe under pressure, or you just get like that seldom one.
Sorry, so the Germans have access to half tracks, the Tiger tank, and sorry, I'm just being distracted right now. I want to show you this one. This is not a half track actually, sorry. I'm not sure if that's a 20mm cannon in the front, but it can lay down quite a lot of rounds and it's fast. So this is a really mobile and effective mechanized weapon. But yeah, against the tank, 1 round and it's down. So it needs to really be moving most of the time. Let's see if we can see where's the... Alright, so he's gone from driver to gunner. You press F1 or F2, F3. Then you can change whether you're a driver or you're a gunner. Cromwell, I think the other one's a Cromwell tank. That's on the 1st Airborne side, Cromwell. So you got the Tiger and your Panzer. So they do have both. I'm pretty sure they have both. Okay, let me see. Where would I find that? It's usually at the back. So at the main camp is where you'll find the vehicles of both sides. So if you look at here, this is... See that tank crew that just got killed? There they are. So they've just spawned back at main base, got in another tank, and now they're making their way down to the battlefront. I can't see German tank anywhere. So whoever's in the artillery, sorry, in the mechanized infantry squad for the Germans, they can come back here and pick up a tank. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. See, they've only got 3. So the Panzer guys have only got 3 in their squad. So that's usually only enough for 1. Well, they can split up, right? So I mean, that's technically possible. And each one can get in another vehicle. But then it's pretty hard. You have to switch from driver to gunner to tank commander. But if you're 3, that's awesome. You've got somebody who can spot, you've got somebody that can shoot, you've got somebody that's driving. So I don't really know why they picked that tank, but I'm pretty sure they could have chosen any of the 2.
So yeah, enemy tank is
Enemy tanks destroyed. What are these guys doing? We just go check that out because that's Lucky Strike and Yeshua. Where are you boys? I think I'm too far to see you. Which way am I facing? I need to go this way, I think. Yep. Right, so why I'm going this way, I want to make sure they're not spawn camping. See how big this map is? Like if you had to try and run, it'll take you ages to get there. Even driving will take a long time. What are these boys doing? Ah, so it's not actually, I don't think this is a spawn point. So I think they're in the logistics team. What are they doing? Seriously. Oh, thanks for that question again. Does picking a Tiger tank take more resources than picking a lower tier tank? No, I don't think it does. When you go and repair, of course, or reload, if you run out of ammo, you need to go and reload. It'll take more of that. So if you look at, I'll have to go to it. See here where it's got that little like spanners and stuff? That's a repair station. But repair stations use resources that's around this area. It's hard to explain it now, but you can actually see the resources that's available. So I think the bigger tanks will obviously use more resources to fix up, and same with ammo. If they had to be ammoed up, again, it'll take a bit more resources, but probably not much difference between the two, to be honest. Oh yeah, so see these two, they saw this enemy Logi and decided to put look at this. Oh man, that's funny. And they blocked this as well, so I don't think a tank can even shoot this up. I think you actually need somebody to come with some TNT to blow this up. So that's why they blocked them in, so they can't use this. I mean, that is pretty creative, because they probably didn't have anything on them to destroy it, and they didn't probably want to waste a run, like a support run, like a bombing or a Stuka dive or something like that. So they've just disabled that truck. It's pretty clever.
Stay away from that bomb marker, easy.
Right, so this is the commander. So he's got a commander's vehicle with some ammo. And basically what he does is he looks at the map and he relies on his squad leads. So Tomwell, Liberty, Joshua, Dietz, to call out markers, call out enemy. Like this is a bombing marker, right? Well, I can hear a plane. There we go. So that pretty much, I think, is exactly where, yeah, see there? That's where the bombing marker was. So a squad lead called in or marked that area to be bombed. And this actually didn't work out so well because that's a friendly and that's a friendly. That's enemy. So that bombing raid or bombing drop killed 2 friendlies and 1 enemy. But hey, again, I take that rather than a commander that's doing nothing.
Just check if there's a MSP near those buildings near you.
Because the commander was doing exactly what he was asked to do, is to provide a bombing here. Actually, the bombing was supposed to be here, right? Around this area. So maybe adjusted it slightly because of the timing that's gone past. Anyway. So they're still fighting for this one. See what's happening. So as I excuse me, mentioned before, they're being a bit predictable. They're all coming through this forest. The enemy, any enemy that's here will realize and see they're coming from there. They'll spread the word and take them out. You need to try and get attack from different angles. Spread out the enemy defense. Okay, so here we go. So this is a 1st Airborne Scout car. I'm not sure if that's the correct terminology. It just shot up. Yep.
Point 48, large infantry movement around there.
Roger, mate. Thank you.
That was a good kill. Excuse me.
Are you dropping something in? I've got a racing run for that. That's about it.
Where was this bombing run?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so there's nothing here. Come strafing runs. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so they called in 2 strafing runs.
What is the correct mark on the map?
Oh, awesome. Another strafing run.
MSB up there. Suspect. That's not confirmed. We'll find that out for you, no problem.
I don't see any casualties though
Yeah, it's
from
just
those
a
strafing
bit
runs. So
from the north, it's in this.
accurate intelligence is really important for the commander. And you'll sometimes hear them saying, is that marker accurate? Is that marker still accurate? So see this gravy guy? He's got a Panzerfaust.
Point of interest, 39.
Extremely dangerous for any vehicle. See, one shot and these guys got taken out. That's why if you're in a mechanized infantry, you need to be moving all the time. Or you need to be moving up as a squad with some infantry around you. Like join up with an infantry squad so they can provide some type of protection around you.
Question mark looks pretty clear.
Like you protect each other.
What I can see right now.
It was just a, guess that there's a MSV around there somewhere.
We might need an armor division.
You reckon? You definitely do need armor division. Okay, so you've got a tank going up here. Enemy tank. And they are probably looking for either mobile spawn points, or they are very patient and waiting for the tank crew to spawn again and come down and try and intercept them. I'm not sure. Alright, but you can see here, this is still not effective. I probably would have moved. Oh, somebody's actually called for a mortar, marked a mortar position, which means that that is probably going to be taken out pretty quickly, or shortly, I mean. Which I think will actually work in favor, because First Airborne has just spawned on this point and started pushing through the forest onto Cap. Too predictable. Right, so I think Immature potentially could have been the person that marked that, or got the squad lead to mark it. Yeah, so Forest Gump's squad lead, Immature is in Forest Gump's squad. However, nothing's happening. I don't see any artillery, anything happening around here. What I do see is Immature sneaking up, and even worse, setting up. Oh no, okay, this is fine. I thought he was just going to set up to shoot them when they spawn, but he's an MSB hunter and got a successful kill. Right, so now the First Airborne doesn't have a spawn point. However, they've got a mobile or temporary one. This is called by a squad lead. All right. So Immature is on the move, running in the open, which I can understand. If you try and rush through the bushes, it slows you down like ridiculously. It's like you walking slow motion. Okay. So if you want to pick up any speed across, get any. Oh, look at this. Or cover any distance.
Stand by, I'm just on my way
You
back
need to
from
run
the
in the open, but that obviously then exposes you to enemy, or being spotted by the enemy. So I'm not sure what he's doing over here, but he's like in the tent. Maybe he's taking a nap, taking a rest. He doesn't know what it is. So this is pretty new. This came out in the update, the latest update. And this is something they developed in, or for the new US Airborne 82. I think it's 82 Airborne. That's going to be released. So you've got a whole new set of weapons. It's basically the Americans version. Oh, it just despawned. That's just the timing thing. It's only lasts for 2 minutes anyway. But anyway, so that was developed as part of the feedback. The people were saying it's too hard for squad leads to get people to spawn on them, because they had to have their radio with them, the radio man with them. Plus, I think it wasn't long enough. So what the devs did was develop some very similar to Squad, that radio tent mechanic. Which does the same thing. I think it just lasts longer, and it's an actual physical point. It's not on the squad lead himself, so the squad lead can set that up and move away. Whereas before, the squad lead was actually the spawn point. So it's pretty good that they've taken that feedback. So they developed that for the new release that's coming out, I think, pretty shortly. So if you've got the supporters edition of Postscriptum, you would have gotten an invitation this weekend. So probably today will be the last day to take part in that, to actually play on that new release, on the new maps with the new weapons, with 82 airborne. So, but what they did in the meantime is they rolled off or incorporated this new temporary spawn mechanism, the radio tent, in the normal, like in the, just as a normal release. Oh, check this out. This is pretty cool. Got some wing walkers. Okay, that's oh, crazy legs. Why didn't you shoot them? They were on the wing. What's up, bro? Grenade out. Don't think you're gonna get them. Oh, close.
Flag truck. Question marker.
Maybe he came in too late.
Can't tell if it's operating or not.
Oh, you got him.
Sounds like this.
Oh, I think we've got a medic. Oh, you got him too. Alright, so Immature is still running around the back here. Not sure what he's doing.
Armored car passing the flag truck.
Hey, you got your glory, man. You got that MSP. Hook up with your teammates. They need you on point, man. And especially if they've got a tank around here. That's your job. That's your only job, is to take out tanks and enemy vehicles. Alright, so like I mentioned, this is probably a good thing that that MSP was taken out, because now you can see the 1st Airborne has to spread out.
Do you know where the enemy infantry is coming from? Any idea?
They were coming from the south-east, but the MS3 has been destroyed, so they're probably going to be coming from the northwest, well, northeast, sorry.
Okay. So, so Panzer is definitely winning this match so far. It's by no means a walkover like the match before. Crazy Legs are still alive.
We don't have enough sections, so basically we can't do much about them.
It's hiding in the bushes. See how slow he's moving? They've basically handicapped you if you're in the bush. Trying to hide, otherwise everybody will just be sniping from bushes all the time. Oh, no worries, man. Thanks, Dejan. Thanks for all the questions. Hopefully I helped you a little bit there. Some useful information. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. Catch you again sometime. Let's see what's going to happen here. Crazy legs. What you doing, crazy legs? Shoot him! What are you doing? Can you? Oh, sorry. Can you not see him? Other side. Other side. He's in front of you. Dude. Oh, shame. Harry's got no idea where his shots are coming from. Yeah, if you're new to this game, man, it is pretty hectic. You know, you've got shots going off everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Like this wasn't everywhere, but you don't really know where it's coming from. You've got an idea. Ooh. So Judas should have just chucked a grenade over there because he was in cover. Oh, yeah. Beautiful place to bite the bullet. Alright, so see, Crazy Legs is bleeding. He's getting close. There we go. Alright, what did I want to say? Oh, yeah, so you hear a shot going off, you're not sure where exactly it's coming from. When a bullet goes past you, it suppresses you as well, meaning that it sort of blurs your vision. So you think you're being hit, but you're not actually being hit. And yeah, it's just overwhelming, to be honest. Like if you're new, you can see the experienced players who move a lot. So noobs, you'll see your noobs, generally speaking, don't move aggressively a lot. So they'll probably hang around the back, or they might run, but they'll probably run across an open field or something like that. Your experienced players, you can see them, they're able to attack a point and move in pretty effectively. So yeah, I think these guys are doing really well. They are holding this point really well. Okay, let's see, there's a potential firefight. No. Got a sniping position up here. Tashi. Oh, it's an MG. So this is the challenge. Is he could probably get a lot of kills if he's able to see through these railings. Yeah, probably. You'd probably get a lot of kills on point there. The challenge is that if anyone is around him close by, they'll hear his shots and then start taking him out. Immature, what you doing, mate?
with a tank.
Yeah, I think you're AFK.
Enemy tank is marked on the road.
Roger,
On the
stand
real road. No, it's moving.
Right, so Tashi's decided to move up onto point. Okay, we've got 2-on-1 over here. Tom Will is experienced, K and K is experienced as well. I don't know about Trooper, but see here,
One is on the railroad and the other one is on the road on the right
he's
side of the railroad. Moving in towards the objective.
tactically moving. Oh, bad timing. Oh, he's lucky. His friends came in. Forrest Gump came in.
Got one.
Tumble, you're alone, mate. Don't know if you realize that, but you're alone. Oh, he's covering 2 staircases. Watch it. Watch it, watch it.
Got another.
I'm not talking to him, by the way.
Well done.
Trooper is dead. Tumble thinks he's still alive. He doesn't realize that this staircase is exposed. Oh, that was close. Damn, that was a lot of grenades.
Half track is coming up the road as well. We got tanks, anti-air and half track.
It's going to be interesting. Oh, he got another one. Damn. Oops. I think that was too close. No, shame. That's unfortunate. Bondi the Hun from all the way over here. No.
Man, we got anything available?
No, he was shot by automatic rifle.
Point of interest, 8.
No, it's not that either. Probably from here somewhere, maybe. Stop. Yeah. I think it was this guy. So he's probably here somewhere. Spotted Tommel. Alright, that was a good battle. However, it's not good enough for first airborne. What I've noticed is that the Germans have been using this really well. These temporary spawns. Really well. So they don't have to rely on MSPs so much. If you look at the MSPs. I don't actually see any. There's one there, but it's not active. Okay. But they don't have to, because they're using it, those temporary spawns really well. Oh, there we go, Panther. That was a good win. GG, guys. Well played, Panther. Some good fights around there. JJ. Alright, I'm going to call it as well. I'll just see how many players are on the next one. If it's still a full server, I might stick around a bit. But otherwise, my role as admin is done. Thanks for watching, by the way. Unlucky Cashew. It's awesome names. Okay. Yes, every time a map restarts, you lose quite a few players. It's just normal. Yeah, this is going to be a small matchup, which on those big maps with those big cap points, it's not really that enjoyable. And also, probably won't need an admin to make sure everything runs well. Usually they sort themselves out because it's such a small game. Anyway, so on that note, I am definitely saying hasta la vista. Auf Wiedersehen. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. If you have any feedback, happy to take it. Happy to always improve. If you have any questions, pop them in there. Happy to chat. Otherwise, thank you so much. Have a good one. See you later.